Welcome, John from Palm Beach Customs. This is a 69 Ford, Mustang Cobra jet that we're doing all the sheet metal. So I'm going to go over it with you. And so what we've done here, we've got to the point where it's the passenger compartment is squared up, and we have the floor pans in, and we've pre-fit, and we've put all the wheel tubs in and the inner trunk pieces. I'll show you, step up into the car here. You can see the pile of vice grips we have, and we have all the wheel tubs tacked in. You can see from over there, and the trunk floor is about 50% tacked in, and we have all our gaps between the doors and the rockers, and we use, the tech screws, just a few, to hold it in place and pre-fit everything. And you'll see on the inside here how we have all the wheel tubs all tacked into place. And these are the original rails. The car was all media blasted. You'll see a few pictures on the website, on the blog, and you can kind of follow along with the pictures. And now we have the rear body panel tacked off and squared in. I'm going to step up, and we ended up doing the rear window drip panel, and because it had a little bit of rust on the edges, so we decided to just replace that while we were doing the quarters, and we went to the factory seams, the leaded seams on the roof line, and we used the old gas tank to pre-fit all the trunk floor and make sure everything was squared, and we've got it, like I said, about 50% welded in. Now we're going to remove the quarters, and we're going to do one quarter at a time, and then we're going to get the rest of the inner metal welded, and the trunk pans, and tie everything in. Then we will pull the quarter panel, and at that point, once we'll put the quarter panels back on and then pre-fit. Make sure we're good on our rear filler panel and our deck lid, and then we'll finish welding the quarters on, and making sure that we, the most important thing when you're doing one of these full restos is to make sure your passenger compartment's square, your datum lines are good. We're using a dedicated level bench that we jig the cars on. You can see it right here. And we're about to set this car on its feet, they call it. And that's basically where we set all four wheels back on and have it sit like it normally does to get our lines for our sheet metal. Because this is a unibody, and they flex. So we're going to tighten up our rear of the car, finish our welding, we're using the original doors right now for our body lines. Then we're going to do some panel replacement. We have to do, actually it wasn't even rusted, as you can see, just a little bit on the top, the front inner wheelhouse, and someone had cut a hole in here back in the day when it didn't matter. So we're going to end up replacing the inner wheelhouse rear and the front, and we're going to keep the original radiator support, which is fine. And you'll see the car is it has I didn't bother putting epoxy primer on this because we're removing this panel. And what we've done is we've sandblasted the whole car beforehand on the rotisserie. But you don't want to do your metal fitting on the rotisserie. You need to have the car on a jig so you don't get any sway or lose your datum lines while you're building. We've got the rear end all sandblasted, and we're gonna set that back in. We've got the new leaf springs in with the all new bushings and hangers. We'll set the 9-inch Ford rear in, and on the R codes they have staggered shock towers up. They stagger them. They don't go symmetrical on them. So that's one way of telling if it's an R code too, besides the VIN numbers. So that's it for now. We'll show you as we're welding, and you can check on the other blog posts below this video. You can click on a link and it'll bring you to the post if you see this on YouTube. Or you could be on our website and you're watching this. You can go to the bottom of the page and you'll see the other build pictures on this car. And we're doing the metal work now, and as we go we're going to continue with the body and paint, and we'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day. John from Palm Beach Customs. Take care.